Everybody, it's Miss Joanna. I'm here again in my hallway. I have a cool craft for you. It's well, some people called it a whirligig, a twirler. It reminds me of those things that they carried in medieval pageants. You may have seen them at a Renaissance fair or something like that, where it's like a big long stick with ribbony things, streamers. I don't know if that one would do what this one does, because this one's made from construction paper, and when you twirl it, it does that. So that's why some people would call it a whirligig. It should have been a longer skewer. I did not, I'm holding my hand, but you can't see. Should have been a longer skewer, but I didn't know that until I made it, and I only had a shorter skewer anyway, so it didn't matter. But I think it worked okay. If you had a longer skewer, it would be easier to hold it, you know, because they showed doing it this way between your fingers. But if I pinch it between my thumb and my other fingers, I can get it going pretty darn well. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. So you need strips of construction paper. There I go with the white again. It never shows. There we go. Dark blue. Okay, it's about a 1/2 inch wide. You need 8 of them. You can make it multicolored, like this one, or the one I'm going to make right now is just going to be blue and white, dark blue and white, and then I cut green circles for the top and bottom pieces. Oh, I only cut 2 and I needed 4. Well, that's okay, because I can just cut 2 more right now. So I'm going to take my glue bottle, which that's what I used, and I'm going to put it on here. And there's my pencil. I'm going to just trace the bottom. The instructions said an 1.5 inch circle. I would guesstimate this is about 1.5 inches. It just looked like about the right size. When I made the other one, the first one, I used what did I use? I used the lid from a bottle of Snapple. Okay, so you get the idea of the size. All right, and I brought my big scissors today because I had to cut the strips, and that worked better with a big scissor. This might work better with a smaller scissor, but you know, whatever. We make do with what we have. Okay, so here we go. I'm making my circle number 3. And my circle number 4. Okay, so here we go. Going around here almost. My circle's not perfect. It's okay. Keep telling you that. It's okay. All right, and your strips, 1/2 inch wide, and the length, the long ways of a sheet of construction paper. I think computer paper would probably work well too. Okay, so each one is a 1/2 inch. I measured 1/2 inches, made little marks, and then cut the strips. Okay, so that was a gift from somebody many years ago. If she happens to be watching, thank you. Okay, so we got that. You need a glue stick. You're going to need regular glue as well. This is my tacky glue. I'm not advertising tacky glue. I'm just saying it's a thick glue. Okay. The version that I saw done online, they used hot glue. I don't like hot glue. I always burn my fingers. I always get stringy things going that I can't control. I just don't like the stuff, and probably your mom and dad won't let you use it yourself, so we'll make do. It takes longer to dry this way. You have to let it sit for a long time until the bit at the very top, oops, way up here, is solid. But need to put a good glob there and let it dry. You just need to let it sit and dry. Okay, so that's the only thing you need that for. The rest of it, your glue stick. Oh yeah, my glue sticks finally came, and they're like giant glue sticks. All right, so here we go. You're going to take one of your circles, and I'm going to tip the camera down so you can watch a little. I hope you can see. You know, when I tip it down, I can't see. There we go. Okay, wow. Well, we'll see if it works. Okay, I hope you can see it. So I'm going to get the cap off my glue stick and put a good good amount of glue on there, not just a little stinky bit, good sticky bit. You notice I have, whoops, another piece of paper here for it to stick to. Okay, and I'm going to take my my strips. I need 8 strips, 1/2 inch wide, and I'm going to start putting them in a sort of a like compass, like sticking out to the 4 major directions. So there's 1. Okay, and then here's 2. You can see some of my 1/2 inches were more half than others. And here's 3. This one I'm making just blue and white. The original one was a bunch of different colors, and in that you would just put it the order that you wanted. This way I want them alternating. So there we go. I have my 4 white ones, and now in between them I'm going to put my blue ones, and I think I'm going to need a little more glue. Even though I put a good amount, I still think I'm going to need some more. So I put a little there. I'm going to cross this over it. There we go. That one, so it's like as evenly between the 2 as you can make it. Okay, and oops. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. Get that on there. Stick this one in between. Press it down a bit. Whoops. And it slides because the glue is wet. Okay, let's put some more glue here. And put this one down. Press it down a bit. And our last one. And we press that one down. And that's one of the skinnier ones again. Okay, so there we go. We have them sticking out like a star. And now you're going to put a bunch more glue on the top of this. There we go. Good amount. Okay, I'm going to put that on the floor. And I'm going to stick down my other circle, trying to line it up as much as I can, as best I can. Okay, now this is where it gets a little confusing seeming. I'm just going to move it aside a little bit. You're going to take another one, and what you're going to have to do is bend these up and stick them this way. Okay, so you're going to be having to hold it as you do it. So let's get a good amount of glue onto it. Pushing that one out of the way. Here we go. Okay. And let's close that down just in case my doggies come around and try to eat it, because my one doggie would. If you hear little jingles, it's because he's walking around. You know what? I think I'm going to do the same pattern I did before. I think I'm going to do all the whites, sticking them into the glue, the gluey, gluey, gluiness of it. And there's the 4th one. Okay. And then, sticking to me, so you can see it's starting to take shape, I'm going to add a little glue on the ends of my blue ones and stick them onto the circle. Make sure you don't get any twists or anything. Okay, and start sticking them on top of the white ones. So you see what it looks like there? Can you see it? I hope so. Okay, there's one. Give it a little twirl here. Looks sort of like an octopus or something. If you liked octopus, octopods, octopi, and you'd like to watch them, if you go to the West Nyack Library website and go on the teen page, there is a video of an octopus escaping from what they called an escape room. They're very, very, very smart critters. Fascinating to watch. So if anybody's interested, check it out. Okay, here we go. There are also other animal videos There are a whole lot of them on the teen page, and there's some on the children's page. So if you're interested, go and look. Okay, here we go in this last little bit. Okay, put that aside. So there we go. So there's my shape. Okay, let me press down a little more. And then I need my fourth green circle. There it is. Let's get that out of the way. And, oops, I do need this again. I'm going to smear a goodly amount of glue on there. Okay. Get off my fingers. There we go. Okay. Now I can put the cap on, which is hiding out inside my twirler. There we go. Okay. And we're going to take this, and so you see what it looks like. You've got the lines all coming together. That one could have used a little dab more glue, but I'm going to put this over it, so it's not really going to be that major a problem. Okay, and then I'm pressing it down well, making sure I'm getting all the spots, so that'll take care of that little spot that wasn't stuck that well. So there we go. We have our shape, our sort of almost sphere. When it goes that way, it shapes like a watermelon. And I have my skewer. Okay, so here's my skewer, and I'm going to tip this up again a little, because when I have it tipped down, I can't see as well what I'm doing. It doesn't make much sense, but okay. And I'm going to take the tip, the point of my skewer, and my fingers there flat underneath, and I'm carefully, very carefully poking it through. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to push it through all the way to the other end. And I'm going to find about the middle. And again, carefully, I'm poking it gently because my finger's there. Okay, there it is. I feel it a little bit. Come on, poke through. I think I put so much glue that it won't go through. There we go. Okay, so can you see it there? Yeah, you can just see it. All right, I'm going to push it down a little tiny bit more. There we go. And then, well, isn't that interesting? The glue left a mark on my green paper. It's like it took the color off or something. I've never seen that happen before. Wonder why. Oh, well, not going to worry about it. Not the end of the world. Okay, now is when you need your other glue. So if you're going to use the hot glue, you'd have a grown-up do this. Okay, if you're not using the hot glue, if you're using a thicker glue like I am, then all you're going to do is take it and put a nice glob. I really need to clean this out completely, not just the, not just a quickie clean, but like really open it and clean out the inside of the cap. I also have a very small hole in this one, which I did on purpose because sometimes it gets very messy. Okay, so here we go. I'm making a nice little glob here on the outside. Okay, come on, glob up. Here we go. And then we're also going to put one on the inside. So I'm just tipping it upside down and poking it in between the spaces and squishing out my glue, spreading it a little. Oops, well, that wasn't so good. It stuck to the spot on the surface that had the glue on it. So I guess I better keep it up in the air. There we go. Come on, scooch out. And I have to twirl it around a little so I can get to the other side. And there we go. Woohoo! Fell apart again. Okay, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. None of this stuff is the end of the world. So there we go. And now you would have to let it sit. I let my other one dry overnight. Okay, so there you go. Just putting a little extra there. Alrighty, and then when it's completely dry, you're going to want to make this hole down here a little, at the bottom end, a little bit bigger so that the paper can spin on it easily. You just have to turn it a little bit and you'll see it'll get bigger. So I just made it bigger right now. Okay, so there it is. And I'm going to give it a gentle twirl. I don't know if, yeah, I'm afraid to twirl it too hard and make it change shape because the glue isn't dry on there. But that's what it looks like. There's my stick. If you, as I said, if you had the long skewers, it would work better. But it works. It's cute. It's fun. I'd never seen this craft before, and I thought it was really cool. So some people called it a twirler, a whirligig. I just think it's cool looking. So that's our craft, and I will put it down if I can find a place to put it here without getting glue on other things, and take out my other one. So you can see if I show you how the bottom hole got a little bigger. I made it, oops, nope, there we go, there it is. It's a little bigger. And if I poke this right back through, it slides easily on here. And that's what allows it to do that and change shapes as it goes. So there you go. You got a paper twirler. I hope you have fun making it. When it's done and the glue is dry, this is the funny thing that Miss Myrna taught me. You can take nail clippers, as I already did on this one, and you would just clip the point off. You could also, if you wanted to, maybe put a bead or something on there. So that would depend. You'd have to see whether a bead would fit on the point or not. But that's our craft for today. It's a whirligig, a twirler, whatever you want to call it. It's just fun. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye.